There's a moment that arrives quietly in almost every financial life. You walk into a store. You look at the same products you bought before. You remember what they used to cost. And then, for a brief second, something inside you realizes your money has become weaker. Not because the notes in your wallet changed. Not because the numbers in your bank account disappeared. But because the world has quietly increased the price of being alive. And this is where the real danger begins. Because when prices rise, most people try to protect their old lifestyle with yesterday's money. They earn a little more. They spend a little more. They worry a little more. And then they discover something terrifying. Their income has increased, but their freedom has not. So the question is not simply, how can I survive rising prices? The deeper question is, can the person I am becoming create enough value to remain financially strong in a world that refuses to remain still? Because inflation does something very revealing. It does not merely increase prices. It exposes weakness. A financial system with no savings is exposed. A career built on outdated skills is exposed. A lifestyle dependent on constant consumption is exposed. A mind that cannot tolerate uncertainty is exposed. And even a society that produces more technology than wisdom is exposed. The world is changing at extraordinary speed. Intelligent automation is transforming how work is performed. Artificial intelligence is changing the value of knowledge. Advanced computing is accelerating scientific discovery. Digital systems are reshaping commerce, communication, education, and entertainment. But here is the uncomfortable truth. The future does not reward everyone equally simply because technology improves. Technology increases the power of those who know how to use it, and it increases the vulnerability of those who refuse to adapt. This is why your most important financial asset may not be something you can see in an account. It may be your ability to remain useful. Every time you learn a new skill, understand a new system, improve your judgment, strengthen your health, or become better at solving meaningful problems, you are quietly increasing your financial resilience. Your earning power is not a permanent identity. It is a living system, and living systems either adapt or weaken. Think about the human body. A body that never experiences resistance becomes fragile. A mind that never learns becomes rigid. A financial life that never prepares for uncertainty becomes vulnerable. Strength is not created by eliminating every difficulty. Strength is created by becoming capable of surviving difficulty without losing your direction. This is why financial resilience is more important than financial appearance. Someone may appear wealthy while being completely dependent on a high income continuing forever. Another person may appear ordinary while quietly building savings, skills, productive assets, health, and freedom. One person is trying to look financially strong. The other is becoming financially strong. And those are not the same thing. This distinction becomes even more important when lifestyle inflation begins. As income rises, the human mind quickly adjusts. Yesterday's luxury becomes today's expectation. Yesterday's convenience becomes today's necessity. And yesterday's income becomes insufficient. The problem is not enjoying the rewards of your work. The problem is allowing every increase in income to become a permanent increase in dependence. Because every new expense creates a silent promise. A promise that your future self must continue earning enough to support your present choices. This is why minimalism can become a financial strategy. Not because having less is automatically virtuous, but because every unnecessary dependency reduces freedom. The question is not, can I afford this? The more powerful question is, will this purchase make my future stronger, or merely make my present more expensive? That question can protect years of your life. And perhaps this is where Lord Hanuman enters the conversation, not as a symbol of strength alone, but as a definition of what true strength actually is. Hanumanji possessed extraordinary power, yet he did not spend his life trying to prove his power. His strength was directed. His courage had purpose. His intelligence served devotion. His humility protected him from ego. His discipline transformed immense ability into meaningful action. This is a profound lesson for money. Power without direction is not strength. Income without discipline is not wealth. Intelligence without wisdom is not progress. Technology without self-mastery is not freedom. And abundance without gratitude is never enough. The modern world is constantly telling you to become more productive, more successful, more wealthy, more visible, more competitive. But ancient wisdom asks a different question. What are you becoming while you pursue more? Because it is possible to increase your income while decreasing your peace, to increase your possessions while decreasing your freedom, to increase your knowledge while decreasing your wisdom, to become more connected digitally while becoming more isolated emotionally, to become financially successful while becoming spiritually empty. That is why the strongest financial life must be built as a complete human life. Your health matters because illness can destroy financial plans. Your relationships matter because no amount of money can replace genuine trust. Your emotional intelligence matters because impulsive decisions can destroy years of discipline. Your education matters because the world continuously changes the value of skills. Your spirituality matters because ambition without inner direction can become endless dissatisfaction. And gratitude matters because it allows you to improve your life without becoming permanently imprisoned by the belief that your life is never enough. This is not passive gratitude. It is active gratitude, the kind that says, I appreciate what I have. And because I appreciate it, I will protect it. I will strengthen it. I will use it wisely. The Bhagavad Gita teaches the importance of disciplined action without allowing the uncertainty of results to paralyze the present. You cannot control every price. You cannot control every economic cycle. You cannot control every technological transformation. You cannot control what the future will demand. But you can control whether you continue learning. You can control whether you spend consciously. You can control whether you build reserves. You can control whether you protect your health. You can control whether you develop skills that remain valuable. You can control whether fear makes your decisions for you. And you can control the direction of your effort. That is where real financial power begins. Not in predicting everything, but in becoming prepared for more than one possible future. So when prices rise, do not only look at the price tag. Look at yourself. Are your skills rising? Is your judgment improving? Is your money becoming more productive? Is your health becoming stronger? Are your expenses becoming more intentional? Is your emotional control becoming greater? Is your life becoming less dependent on things that do not truly make you free? Because the world will continue to change. Prices will rise. Technology will evolve. Industries will transform. Entire careers will disappear and new ones will emerge. And you will never be able to freeze the world in the form that feels comfortable. But you can become the kind of person who does not need the world to remain unchanged in order to remain strong. And that is the real meaning of financial resilience. It is not having a life without uncertainty. It is becoming stronger than the uncertainty you may encounter. So, if prices are rising around you, do not let fear become your only response. Let it become a signal to learn, a signal to simplify, a signal to strengthen your cash flow, a signal to protect your health, a signal to examine your habits, a signal to build a future that does not depend entirely on yesterday's assumptions. And now, before you leave, remember this. One day, you may look back and realize that the difficult years were not only the years when prices rose. They were the years when you were quietly becoming stronger. The skills you learned, the discipline you developed, the unnecessary things you learned to live without, the fear you learned to control, the money you learned to protect, the health you learned to value, the wisdom you gained through uncertainty. None of it was wasted, because the goal was never merely to have more money. The goal was to become a person whom money could no longer easily control. And perhaps that is the greatest financial freedom of all. To earn without becoming arrogant, to spend without becoming dependent, to save without becoming fearful, to invest without becoming greedy, to grow without forgetting gratitude, and to walk through an uncertain world with the courage of Hanumanji in your heart. So let prices rise. Let the world change. Let technology transform the future. You do not have to remain the same person you were when the world was cheaper. You can become wiser, stronger, more adaptable, more disciplined, more grateful. And when the world asks more from you, may you discover that you have also become more capable of earning, more capable of protecting, more capable of enduring, more capable of serving, more capable of giving, and more capable of walking forward without fear. Because the strongest money is not merely money that buys more. It is money guided by wisdom. And the strongest person is not the one who never faces difficulty. It is the one who faces difficulty and still refuses to lose courage, gratitude, discipline, or devotion. May your money become stronger. May your mind become calmer. May your body become healthier. May your knowledge become deeper. May your life become freer. And with Lord Hanuman as a symbol of courage, strength, humility, and devotion, may you never forget, the world may change its prices. The world may change its systems. The world may change its demands. But if you continue strengthening yourself, your money, your mind, your body, and your spirit, then rising prices do not have to mark the beginning of your decline. They can become the moment you finally begin to rise. Jai Hanuman.